What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. It's your boy, Jabril. Today, unfortunately, no Blackstone content today because I'm getting some tree work done outside. So, unfortunately, no Blackstone content today. But that's not gonna stop us from cooking. So, today, I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna show you guys kind of what I've been doing for the past few months because I'm sure some of you have noticed I've lost a few pounds. So one of the things that I've been doing is trying to come up with different ways to do meal prep. Fun stuff. So I'm trying to come up with different ways to either incorporate chicken into my diet or turkey into my diet and so forth. So without further ado, let's get started. So one of the things that I think that anyone should ever invest in is a crock pot. Why? Because they're amazing. That's why. And you should also invest in these little guys. Why? Because they make cleaning this thing so much easier. And they're easy to use. So why not? So today we are going to do chicken Florentine. I know, yummy. So we're gonna modify it a little bit. Mainly what we use to put on top, or put the Florentine on top, which is we're going to do rice instead of pasta. That's kind of the only really difference. We're gonna modify the recipe just a hair, just a little bit to make it a little more enjoyable, but same idea, same concept. Let's do this. All right, so I got my crock pot lined, and the first thing I wanna do is I wanna add my chicken thighs. Now, instead of doing chicken breast, I like doing chicken thighs because one, I can get them skinless, which is where most of the fat and everything else, calories, whatever, is in the skin on chicken thighs. So I can get them without, and I can get them boneless. So, and I don't have to mess with them either. I just throw them in the crock pot, leave it, and then when it's all done, I'll be able to shred it, and that's that. Okay, and then next, I'm gonna add 1 whole jar of sun-dried tomatoes. And what you can do is, I went ahead and plugged mine in, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn mine on high, get it going, get it started. But again, 1 whole jar of sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, and then next, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of garlic paste, or you can do about 2 cloves of chopped garlic, whichever's easier. Again, the whole point of crock pot meals, especially for meal prep, is convenience and simplicity. Okay, then I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup of white cooking wine. Then I'm gonna add about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of chicken broth. So this is the part where I don't necessarily want to call it cheating per se, mainly because of what kind of ingredients I'm using. So I'm using real Parmesan cheese, which isn't too bad, especially the fact that it's actual Parmesan cheese. And I'm not adding a lot. I'm just gonna add probably close to 1/4, maybe, yeah, probably 1/4 cup of this. Okay, then I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup of half and half, and this is like actual half and half. This isn't crap half and half. This is actually like half milk, half cream. Okay, and then we're gonna put the lid on this, or no, and then I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. I don't wanna add too much because there's plenty of salt in Parmesan and plenty of salt in the sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, and then I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. Okay, then I'm gonna throw the lid on this, and we're gonna let this go for about 3.5 hours, and then we're gonna add some chopped basil and some chopped spinach to it. And then we'll let it go for another half an hour, maybe an hour. And then until we can shred it, and we'll serve it up and try it out. All right, so we have a couple hours left still, but I have here probably 2, possibly 3 cups of spinach here. And this is the fresh stuff. So this smells amazing. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the lid off for a second. And then I'm just gonna give this a rough chop. Not horrible, because I want them to be kind of whole pieces because they will wilt a little bit in the crock pot. But that's that, and we'll throw them in here, and then we'll add some basil. And then I'm just gonna tear up some pieces of basil and put the lid back on for another probably 1.5 hours or so, and we'll be ready to try it out. And for the basil leaves, I'm probably just gonna do 4 or 5. Keep it simple, and then I'm just gonna tear them up into the stuff. All right, so made some rice. It smells good. Let's eat. All right, so we're at the kitchen table. I got my rice. I have my stuff, and it looks and smells amazing. And if you're not trying to necessarily eat healthy, use pasta. That's fine. Obviously, if you can still use pasta regardless. Just small amounts. A little bit goes a long way, but carbs are still, you know, essential. It's what gives you energy, blah, blah, blah. Story for another time. Anyway, I'm using rice because that's what I've been eating for the past few months, and I'm gonna stick to it. So, I got here this awesome, amazing smelling chicken. Oh, it smells so good. I can smell the sun-dried tomatoes. I can smell a little bit of the basil that's cooked in there. Everything just smells amazing. And if you wanna thicken it a little bit, to kind of give it more of a sauce. Add a little bit of cornstarch to it. Just a little bit, not a lot, but I like it the way it is. So let's pan up. So I got meat chicken, and I definitely want to get some tomatoes in here, without a doubt. To me, that's the best part. Now, the reason why I didn't add any like butter or other oil is because the sun-dried tomatoes were marinated in oil. So I just kept it that way. It was easier. And I'm not adding a bunch of stuff, but that looks pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. One more tomato, because we like our veggies. Okay, there you have it. That looks so good. And if you want to, you can sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top, like a little bit of Parmesan cheese. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm not going to because it's got enough cheese in here for me. I'm good. But let's try this out. Let's see how I did. Cheers. I said I want to get a little bit of everybody. Cheers. Wow. All right, that's really good. This is bueno. And the spinach is cooked nicely. Could have added maybe a little less spinach because there's a lot of spinach in here, but that's okay. The chicken's really good because it's chicken thighs. Can't go wrong with chicken thighs. And then the sun-dried tomatoes just makes it all happen. But this is not bad at all. Wow. Okay, well, there you have it, guys. A nice, easy, simple crock-pot recipe, meal prep idea, whatever you're going for, pretty tasty stuff. But I know, again, had to postpone the Blackstone stuff for a little bit just because I was getting some work done on the house. Fine, we'll get there soon. I might do one more meal prep video before I go back to doing Blackstone stuff. We'll see. But there you have it. A nice, simple, easy dinner that isn't a whole lot of work, isn't a whole lot of effort, and pretty darn good. So if you like this video and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button down below and notification button. Comment down below, tell me what you guys think of the dish when you do try it out. Otherwise, peace out, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.